Wack and his lies. Hit that like button too, man. Shout out to all y'all, man, that be rocking with Deezy, man. You know, Deezy appreciate y'all, and that's a big fact.
Nina boy.
What?
Yeah, that's a part of there. That's a part of that. Big U was on the phone with them when they was talking about that.
So look, this is what I was thinking too, though. Like, you saying he got me fucked up. Where I understand what's going on, and like that whole situation when Big U was on the phone explaining that whole what is it, Nouveau? That whole situation when he came to Wack and shit. I think he was talking to that nigga too.
No, when he was you talking about when they got into it. They talking about Tiny Draws, the one did something to Wack or something like that. Yeah, that's a lie too. That
man, them niggas be
Tiny Draws ain't did shit to Wack, bro.
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
Tiny Draws better worry about that case he got up there with the people.
yeah, right.
We just sit back watching the show.
Yeah.
You see how Wack gets so excited when niggas got cases? Now, this is supposed to be this Paru street nigga, right? Just pay attention to how so excited Wack gets when a nigga got a case. Tiny Draw smacked the dog shit out of him and told him directly, man, you know what I did to you, bro. Straight up. We know it. But you know, Wack got these people that are influenced with his manipulation, believing his lies. Wack can't fight. He can't fight at all, man. He wolfed too much. He can't fight. I hope people know that when you around a whole bunch of niggas, a lot of people get courage. Wack is that type of person. Wack cannot fight. I hope people know this. You know, when they see him online and he hollered, he cannot fight because he hollered too much about what he gonna do to somebody. Wack ain't busting no strap because he hollers about him pulling it out and all this goofy shit so much. The shit that he's saying, it lets you know that he's not that because he's trying to convince you. A nigga that been active, they don't have to convince you. It's like, niggas know. You ain't heard nobody from where Wack is saying Wack been arrested for murder. Wack's been all over the internet for years. For years. Nobody has came out and said, yeah, Wack was locked up for this homicide. Yeah, when he was a juvenile. Yeah. No, you're not going to hear that. You hear people say Wack was locked up for a BB gun. You heard his folks say this shit, right? And of course, Wack would turn on that individual because it has to look good in Wack's favor because they can say things about Wack that are true. So of course he got to turn on him and make it look a certain way.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like, that was a lie. I know that's a lie for a fact. Tiny Draws ain't never touched Wack.
Yeah, I know that for a fact too, though. Damn, that's crazy.
Dude still over there. Dude, he ain't talked about the wire I got.
Nah, he ain't talked about that. He ran content. I think he ran content.
Yo, Wack, you got any update on Hocus Rico?
Nah, you know, we'll look into it. I have my team go look.
Listen to it. Listen to it. Now, this is a nigga that is named suspect number 4. Right? In the police report, he's named suspect number 4. And he's saying, I'm going to have my team go look into another nigga's case. Come on, man. If you think that Wack's not the police, come on now. We know what it is.
Yeah, make sure you find, because you know he gonna tell, man. You know,
He telling for sure.
You know, he probably already working.
He's going to tell, nigga, for sure.
Yeah, you know, it's Brian Angelo. You know, I follow Hocus for a Fifth a lot, man. So, you know, he gonna be telling soon, man. You know, let me know if you need any help with that, bro. I got you.
Now, I gotta say this, right? You know, and I want people to understand this because this is real rap, right? If you are a person that brags about actively being a criminal, that you're currently being a criminal, you will tell. Straight up. If you are a person that actively brags, yo, I do this and I'm doing this right now and I got this and, you know, I did this and I da-da-da. Right now that you are currently on the internet. Not saying about something that you've been through in your past. About you currently being a criminal. Yeah, when I see this nigga, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. You will cooperate with the authorities. Because you already cooperated when you said it on the internet. Straight up. When you say, I'm going to go do this to this individual on the internet, yeah, I got to do this, and when I see him, I'm a this on the internet, you will cooperate with the authorities, man. Because when they present it to you and say, look what you said, what you gonna say? I didn't say it. I was playing. Come on, man. If something happens, what you think they gonna do? Look what you said on the internet, brother. Like, for real. This is why I tell y'all, Wack been telling a long time. This is what he been doing on the internet. The manipulation. Now, if I talk like this, I'm a gangster. Wack been telling people what he gonna do to them for a long time on the internet. Sending threats. But he's instructed to do this shit. This is how he gets you. Because niggas believe that this is him. They believe that he like that. The ones that don't understand, instead of saying, man, this nigga's the police. You saying this, but you got some niggas that'll catch it and be like, oh, that nigga the police, nigga. Yeah, he working. You saying this right here. But you got some people that are confused. Well, is he telling? Nah. That nigga telling.
Yeah, Chuck, that dude be lying a lot, man. He run content on me. He lies on me. He lies on Wack. He lies on everybody, bro. He just get up here and lie.
Trying to be your friend at one time?
He wasn't trying to be my friend. I don't know him, so I don't talk to dudes that I don't know, bro.
For sure.
Listen to these individuals, right? Listen to them. You can tell that all of them are weak. You can listen to these niggas and tell that each and every individual in this conversation is weak. They really are not what they're trying to pretend to be. They all are weak. Soft is drugstore cotton.
I don't even know that brother, man. I don't know that brother. I ain't never seen that brother. And he act like he know me. He act like he walked in my shoes and lived my life or something like that, man. I sit back and laugh at that dude, man. That dude ain't nobody. He couldn't even stand next to me, bro. And on some real shit, like physically wise, first of all, he smoked too much. He drank too much. He don't work out. His stomach, like he's 6 months pregnant or something. Man, he don't want to stand next to me on nothing, bro. And I just sit there and laugh at it.
Like, I be looking at it, I be like, damn, why do that going so hard? Like, what's the point? Like, but I get it. Like, he got a hatred towards Wack100 because he figured like he should be the voice of the West Coast, but like I don't even get that part. Like I don't get how he thinks that
when you run content on a dude every day, all day, every day, it becomes redundant, you know. And people tend not to believe it because you running the same content all day, every day. You know,
Right.
so and that's just what that is, man. Okay, now, true enough, certain dudes ain't gonna like Wack. Certain dudes are gonna not like him. Certain dudes is. So ain't nobody can't nobody do nothing about that, bro. People like who they like, bro. So
Right.
here we go.
Now, the dude that they talking about, we know he's a liar. We know that. He's a stone cold liar. We do know that. But the people that rock with me, y'all see, I ain't never been lined up with Wack. Them niggas been lined up with Wack. Them niggas done been around and on the phone and doing plays, and I ain't on here doing no plays. I'm on here making sure the radio get played so that everybody understand it. So that nobody's confused about these snake niggas. They all fufafi. All of them. The bull got his brand taken by Wack. And he sit there like a student and talk to the nigga. Straight up. Ain't no way that I'm going to sit there and rock with you and you stole my brand. Nah. You know, but he don't got enough sense to start another brand. He want that one. So Wack is going to continue to play him. You know, these group of individuals from the West Coast are fufafi. And I'm just being real. This group of individuals from the West Coast are peewees. They fufafi. They don't know how to conduct business. And they're following Wack's manipulation tactics to be noticed. Right? And they see that Wack is being noticed from the manipulation tactics, but they don't have the understanding that Wack is not really eating from the shit. He's being noticed. He's getting fed crumbs. He's getting fed crumbs.
Or like dudes like him. Dudes don't like him. Dudes like Big U. Dudes don't like Big U. So what is it? What's the issue? What is the issue? And then this is the kicker though. He said that me, Rose, Wack, 600, we put Big U in jail, right? He said we put him in jail. See, and you got to see, anybody with any type of reason and logic, they'll understand that, bro. We haven't been around Big U. I haven't been around the man in 30-something years, so I know I haven't said nothing about the man, because I don't know what the man had going on.
Yeah, I remember you saying specifically, like a lot of times when they came out and niggas was asking you questions, like, look, man, I'm not involved in that life. I'm a Muslim.
Right. So
like, how the fuck can they include you?
But I don't know. That's what Deuce. That's Deuce M theory. That's his theory. He said that we got him in jail. Like, but what can we add to the pot to have that man in jail? Nah, bro. His Big U crew got him in jail.
This guy right here is a peon, right? And you know he want to be a part of, you know, Wack and what Wack got going on so bad. Nobody said you got Big U in jail. We all know who got Big U in jail. Nigga, Wack. 600, help. We know Wack and 600 align themselves with Luce Cannon, Dale, Molly Ball, the individuals that's inside the case. We know what it is. We know. You can already tell, you know, something up with this dude, right? And I'm sure he is a smoker, right? Probably ain't got no teeth in his mouth, because every time he get on the internet, he covering his mouth up. You know, them niggas that get on the internet and they want to cover their mouth up all the time, they chicklets is fucked up. Straight up. They chicklets is all out of whack. Yeah, so now they don't want nobody to see that. Broke niggas, right? But you know, Wack don't got no problem with putting a flunky joker in position to talk. He'll put one of these flunkies and make them look like some of these niggas is broke. These niggas is all broke. Probably live with their aunts or cousins, or they probably don't even got their own spot. You feel what I'm saying? They busters. But they act like they get money. We see it, right? We know who put the work in to line Big U up. Straight up. We know who put the work in. Wack. He sat around Luce Cannon for 13 months. That nigga was doing some serious investigation. You know, Luce Cannon, he ain't know what's going on. We know Luce Cannon is slow. We know this. He ain't know what's going on. So, of course, he sat around Luce and got all the information, the intel about Big U, right? Made sure that the feds got to Dale. Made sure that Dale made those extortion payments through the feds. Made sure Molly Mall told the story. Wack is going to encourage you to cooperate with the authorities. Wack is going to encourage you. Adam said it. This is supposed to be the big Paru. Adam told everybody. Wack told Adam to call the police when Travis Ford and the Crips came up there to No Jumper. Wack. That's who did it. Wack said, man, call the police. Straight up. Just keep it in the buck. Wack will encourage you to call the police. But when he's on the internet, he's portraying to be this gorilla, this gangster. That's like that. He's going to call the police if he feels threatened. He's going to report you. People got to understand that, you know, Wack made sure that Big U's case was the way it is. Straight up. Made sure the work that Wack put in on the case, he made sure of. Because he got Luce Cannon to validate the information. There's more information that Luce Cannon has validated to Wack inside of that case that we won't hear about because of the documents being sealed. The stuff that we hear about is the stuff that Wack made sure that Luce Cannon said on No Jumper. So we are able to hear about that. The feds allowed the world to hear this because it's in the paperwork. Luce Cannon talked about it on No Jumper. So yeah, we can hear about that. If the case was based on, right? Just pay attention to this, right? If the case was based on solely what Luce Cannon said at No Jumper, which Wack says, man, I ain't telling him to do that. He did that on his own. If a man go up there and telling himself, so what? If the case was solely based on that right there, right? And the extortion payments from Dale and Molly Mall telling about him being extorted, why would the documents be sealed? Why would you have to seal some documents about the information that we know is in the case? Because Wack100 working with the people has provided extensive information from being around Luce Cannon for 13 months. The reason why Wack was around Luce Cannon for the 13 months is because he had to get details. He couldn't come out in 1 month and say, Luce Cannon, what's up with this body? Luce Cannon, what happened over here? Luce Cannon, no. This is how the feds operate. They want you to be comfortable. Wack made Luce Cannon feel like that was his brother. Straight up. Wack made Luce Cannon feel like that was his brother so that he can be able to detail the information and talk to him and open up. Luce Cannon was opening up. Straight up. Just keeping it a buck. He made sure that Luce Cannon sat down in detailed conversations. Made him comfortable. If you go back and see any of the content that Wack and Luce was doing together, you already know that Wack made Luce feel so comfortable to talk about things that he didn't talk about with nobody else. You can see that. Luce Cannon told Wack so much information that the feds got that they not putting out there. No. Straight up. They're not going to put it out there because it's going to expose Wack. They're not going to put it out there. It's going to expose their number one confidential source of the West Coast. Wack is the biggest informant to ever run around the West Coast. And I really feel like Wack is proud of that. You know, when I see how Wack is operating, I really feel like he's proud to be the biggest confidential source on the West Coast. Because it gives him a certain type of power of dealing with the people. So I really feel like he's proud of that. If he could continue to act like this gangster, but give the information to the authorities, he's in his own world. He don't care about nothing. I can still manipulate niggas and give information to the people. Hold up. That nigga feel like he a big dog in his own world. He can give information to the authorities and I can still manipulate the people. You got to understand, right? Some people get in their head that they're in this world alone. You hear me? And I got to let people understand this, right? Some people get and understand that they're in this world alone. They come in this world by themselves. They're going to leave by themselves, right? Especially when you got certain people, you know, that you see then turned on you because they know you the police, right? Certain people that you used to align yourself with that you felt like you was their brothers and they don't rock with you. It start registering. Man, I'm alone, man. I don't care. For what? So what? Huh? Yeah, I'm going to tell on this nigga, that nigga, so what? Nigga, I'm going to make sure I get the police this information. So what? This is what Wack is doing. This is exactly what Wack is doing. Providing information to the authorities, but still dealing with certain people that is dealing with him, that he can manipulate. Wack don't care about nobody on this conversation with him. Not one of them. he's able to perform his agenda. If everybody was to cut Wack off, right, he can't perform the agenda. But there's always going to be these little broke bum-ass dudes that gravitate to him because they want to be a part of something. They want to be next to something. They looking for something that they're never going to get. You can't name nobody that's elevated. Nobody. Dealing with Wack. 600. He hasn't elevated. He doesn't understand business because he has aligned himself with Wack. Wack is not going to teach him business. You know what Wack taught 600? Contracts. That's it. That form of business is lame when you don't know how to use it positively. When you using it in a negative light, contracts are corny. Because people are not going to return to do business with you. We see the artist that 600 say he got signed. They catching cases. Same way with Wack. It's the same way. Ain't nobody that's going to go up because somebody that's going to go up not going to sign and do business with them niggas. Nah. You won't catch the bottom of the barrel nigga that's looking for an opportunity but really doesn't have the mind state to elevate. They just know how to, all right, let me go over here and try to work on something. Man, you got to pay attention to this shit, man. You know, it's a lot of people that are misled and influenced out here that don't understand it. But I see it clearly.
Big U crew, them non-affiliates, them celebrities and stuff like that got him in jail. You know what I'm saying? His crew. Now, he don't...
So he snitches from his crew. They got him right.
Big U got himself in jail.
In jail. Right. His crew, he got himself in jail, but his crew is the one telling on him.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, is
his right-hand man, but yeah, Bear Claw, everybody that's out right now, bro, is compromised. Everybody got a signature bond, is compromised.
How the FBI was able to get to these people that was around Big U is because Wack100 provided them the information. This is what I want people to understand this, right? Wack ran with Big U for 17, 18 years. He knows everybody that Big U deals with. He knows how Big U is operating. Wack provided them the information of all Big U's boys. Everybody that Big U was extorting. Because Wack was running around extorting people with Big U. Reggie Wright said it. Reggie Wright told everybody Wack was running around extorting people with Big U. So Wack knows Big U's extortion game. Wack knows the people that he was extorting. Wack knows how he's operating. Wack provided all the information, the inside details of how Big U was running extortion plays and used Luce Cannon to corroborate detailed situations and had the victim talk to the feds. Straight up. You hear me? Wack had Dale on the phone with Luce Cannon. The feds show up. Let him know. We know everything. You hear me? We know you've been getting extorted, right? Run down the detail. Straight up. Run down the detail of how he's being extorted. When he started getting extorted, Wack has already provided all the information. He done detailed it to the police, the feds. This is what's going on. This is what Big U's doing. This is how he's doing it. Big U done ran down on him. He's scared. Straight up, he's scared. Now understand this, right? Brick Baby was with Big U when they ran down on Wack. This is why Wack hated Brick. Wack put the feds on Brick. Yo, No Jumper, everybody's phone at No Jumper is tapped. They got Brick phone, they got Big U phone, they got Luce Cannon phone. Wack phone's already tapped permanently, right? So they listening to all the conversations. Straight up, Wack make sure going to No Jumper for 2 years that he never has one encounter with Brick Baby. How do you go to No Jumper for 2 years and never encounter somebody that you got so much beef with? Strict instructions. FBI. These two cannot encounter each other. Wack done threatened Brick. All of this. You never encountered this nigga. You went on the internet popping, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Nah, you know you can't encounter that, man. You doing a top secret investigation for the FBI while being around Luce Cannon. You can't encounter somebody that you done put out there to be involved with Big U. The feds know they done got the man's phone tapped. They're not going to allow you to encounter. They're going to make sure y'all stay separate. Straight up. Wack know Brick Baby was with Big U at the Nova. He know that. Wack know that. Straight up. We know that. This why Wack hated Brick. Man, I'm going to put Brick in this shit too. Brick with this nigga. Straight up. Brick with him. Man, I'm going to send all these niggas to jail. You got to understand, right? In this era right here, this is how these niggas is playing. In this era right here, this is how these niggas is playing. Especially out there. If they scared of you, intimidated of you, they gonna put the police on you, man. This how this era going, man. All that tough, cocky shit. All that tough, cocky shit these niggas is on. Wack acting like he this gorilla. No, he's not a gorilla. If he see that you really like that, he gonna put the police on you. He got to, because he don't want that action. Hold up. When it get real, right, and it's some real shit, I know out here, if it get real, a nigga gonna knock your noodles out for real though. If it get real, nigga get to popping that shit, oh, pull up, nigga gonna pull up, frontline you, boom. Ain't nobody done that with Wack. Because when it get real, now it's time to get to the police. Let me rush to the police, rush to the feds, put the feds up on game, what's happening. You gotta understand, when Wack put the information out there to the feds, they gonna jump on a nigga line. Straight up. When Wack put that information out there to the FBI, they gonna jump on a nigga line. ASAP. Straight up. Because they know he passed, proven, reliable. They gonna jump straight on this shit. Let me see what this nigga talking about. Next thing you know, nigga getting picked up. Like I said, Brick been picked up twice and let go. This is why I say Brick is working. The feds already knew that Brick was lined up with Big U. They already knew this. So, of course, they ran down on everybody that was aligned with Big U. This is how the Rolling Sixes indictment happened. Wack100 is providing information. Now, I'm going to tell you, when the feds get the information, they gonna run down on everybody. Straight up. They gonna run down on everybody. They trying to catch you dirty. They caught Brick dirty twice. You think they wasn't going to have him to talk? They got him on phone recorded conversations talking about homicides. Hold up. They got him on phone conversations talking about homicides. You think that they not going to sit down and talk to him about this shit? Man, you got to pay attention to this game. And I understand that, you know, it's a lot of people that are just understanding shit from the internet. They haven't been actively in the street. You're hearing it from a person that was actively out in the street, letting the people know what it is. Wack or none of them niggas can't tell me nothing about the streets. Nothing. Not one thing that they can tell me about the streets. Only thing Wack can say to me is, you don't know me, homie. No, I know how niggas in the street operate, nigga. I understand how they operate. So you can't convince me that the streets don't operate a certain way when I know how they operate to the fullest. I'm not one of them. But this is what he does to the people on Clubhouse. He's able to convince them how the street operate because they really don't have no understanding how the streets operate. It's niggas that really don't understand. They like, nigga, I know how the streets operate at the highest fucking level. So a nigga's not gonna be able to tell me because you feel you know the Game, Snoop Dogg, Ray J, Akon, that I don't know how the streets operate. Not at all. But I'm able to articulate this shit for people to understand. Wack was getting the information for the FBI, and he put the information in play. Big U's extorting this person. Big U's extorting that person. If you pay attention, the people that Big U supposed to be extorted, Wack says he has a relationship with him. Yeah, I talked to Dale, and yeah, I talked to Molly Mall. All these people Wack got relationships with. They all right. They ain't done nothing wrong in Wack's eyes because Wack directed the feds to these individuals so that the feds can get more information. Wack told the feds, yo, pay attention to this guy. He know this. Big U extorting this. This happened. And what the feds gonna do? When the feds run down on these certain type of niggas, right? These niggas that be playing like they hard, thinking because they got some money, that they untouchable. When the feds run down on them and grab them and start explaining to these niggas shit, niggas get scared. And it usually happens to these people that got teams, right? And I'm just saying some real shit. Niggas that be out here and want to form a team, usually the shit be weak. Because you got people that are flunkies in the team. Flunkies ain't holding up. Hold up. It's just like a nigga running 100 brick operation. Just listen to this, right? It's just like a nigga running 100 brick operation, right? And he built a team up of 10 niggas. You got 5 niggas that only move to work for you. 4.5, they move dots here, 9s here, half of joints here, and whole joints here, but they ain't never got no money. They know how to call you and say, yo, my man, he want a dot. My man want a half a joint. You think that when the feds jump on that line and say, yo, you've been moving a lot of work, and they grab the nigga up that was only being the middleman for the phone calls and selling the 9s and the half of joints and the dots and maybe even a brick, right? You think that this nigga ain't never purchased a brick in his life. All he was doing was getting some PC off the work. You think that this nigga here is going to say, oh, I'm going to stay solid when you got 100 brick indictment? Because one thing about a RICO conspiracy. Whatever they was doing, you gonna get it too, right? So if they pick you up on 100 brick indictment, you ain't never had one brick in your life. You think that these niggas ain't gonna say what was going on with the other nigga? Come on now. Pay attention. You think that they not gonna say, man, I didn't have 100 bricks. I ain't even got no money. Every time I sold some work, I spent the money. But they got you on 100 brick indictment. You looking at a stretch. Man, them niggas gonna tell, man. This how the game go. So niggas that's running around with a team, the feds always know that they can break the team. Do you hear me? Niggas that are running around with a team, the feds are always gonna go to the little niggas to break the team down. This is why it never pays when niggas got a team. When they acting like they got an organization and it's illegal. Because the feds is gonna go to the nigga that only got nothing and tell them, man, you gonna be responsible for these 100 bricks. Oh, you going to jail for a long time. Yeah, I know you ain't had 100 bricks, but you better tell us what's going on with these 100 bricks or else we gonna give it to you. This is what people gotta understand. Now you got niggas like Wack100 out here, right? That knows what these niggas is doing, extorting shit, running around in the streets, and he's directing the feds. This nigga's out here moving shit for Big U. This nigga's out here is extorting this nigga. He's picking up the payment here. He's grabbing the payment. Now these niggas ain't even getting no part of the payment. They going to pick up these $1,000, $2,000 payments for Big U. Big U ain't giving them nothing. You think that these niggas ain't going to say, man, I gave all the money to Big U. Now you are in the middle of a conspiracy of extortion for picking up the money and giving the money. You think they not gonna say nothing? Come on, man. Wack knows all the information. He knows it. He was around Big U. Wack was around these niggas just soaking it up, sitting there like this. Big U extorting shit, running pressure. Wack just sitting there like this. Yeah, it's a lot going on. So when the feds come, Wack is explaining to him, listen, Big U got this nigga doing this. Big U got that nigga doing this. Big U doing this. That nigga picking this up. That nigga doing this. So, okay, Wack run all the information down for the feds. What do you think the feds is going to do? They going to run to these individuals that Wack instructed is doing this, that, and the third. And they going to catch them up and say, yo, I know you was getting that payment for that. Wack done gave them detail. I know on this date right here, because if you pay attention to Wack, right, he knows dates and details. I'm just telling y'all the real shit. Wack knows dates and details. So when he's explaining dates and details to the feds, when they run down on a nigga, right, the feds will play the dirty game and tell a nigga, even though they don't have this here. Yeah, you know we got you under surveillance, right? On October 14th and October 15th. We got you on conversation. We got you under surveillance. And you said this, that, and the third, right? The best thing you better do is help yourself, right? I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it a buck. Appreciate that. The feds is going to tell them the best thing you do is you need to help yourself because we know everything. And they might not even have all the detail like they saying, but they got the information from Wack100 because Wack knows everything that's going on. So what do you think these niggas going to do? They broke. They ain't got no money. They going to corroborate the story. Straight up. And if they do got some money, they don't want to go to jail. They going to corroborate the story. This is why Wack is running around the internet the way he is. because this is how Wack is providing the information to the FBI. He knows the intel of what all these people are doing, so all he doing is directing the feds to the people. This is why he is so fucking special to the feds. Because he's able to direct them with detail, so when they run down on these niggas, they coming with knowledge. So it's gonna automatically scare these people straight up. And now what do? They start cooperating. They start talking because they think the feds know everything, which they do, but they might not have everything they're saying they're having, but they got Wack100 detailing. This is why people need to understand what type of informant Wack is. No, you're not going to see Wack on paperwork. No, because he's detailing the information for the FBI to be able to go to these sources and get the information directly out of them. His game with Luce Cannon was ill. You hear me? Straight up. His game with Luce was ill. He needed Luce to corroborate it loudly. He needed to get direct information from Luce because he didn't know the intel with Luce Cannon because he wasn't around Big U at the time Luce Cannon was around him. I hope y'all understand where I'm going at with this. You hear me? I hope y'all understand where I'm going at. Appreciate that super chat. Straight up. Feds always looking to put a detail on dudes when they just middleman. It's more flashy than just catching one of two dudes. Hey, listen. Man, I break this shit down. Y'all see how I operate by myself. I know the game. You can't tell me nothing about the game. This is why Wack is going to get on the internet and say, I'm not on paperwork. Show me the work. Because he gets around these people and get the details and he provides it to the feds and the feds go run down on niggas. The feds got detailed information. Wack is past proven reliable. When Wack100 is providing information to the FBI, he's providing valid information. Yes, Wack is a liar. But when it comes to that information about what people are doing and who they are associated with and what they've done, he's giving them detail. He's giving them the tea. You know, that's the type of individual he is. He give the feds the tea. He's documenting it. He's recording it. He makes sure he gets you on the phone so he can record the evidence. This is how he's able to corroborate the shit. All the niggas that get on the phone with Wack, your shit is recorded. When you have a personal conversation with Wack, Wack is one of them type of people that'll use the reverse psychology with you and get you to tell about what you've been into. Yeah, I know what's going on, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they was doing this. Yeah, nigga did this. I know the nigga was getting extorted for that. Get you in the conversation like, yeah, my man was extorting this, that, and the third. Now you done put yourself in the indictment for Wack, making sure that you comfortable to talk about it. It's a recorded call. People gotta pay attention. Wack100 is the biggest confidential source on the West Coast. The biggest. Nobody on the West Coast is a bigger confidential source than Wack. Nobody. Straight up. Nobody. the biggest, because he's able to manipulate all type of people to talk about their crimes because they want to seem cool. They want to seem like they on that shit too. They want to seem like they got street credibility. They want to seem like they'll get active if they got to. He got with Luce Cannon because the feds needed to get detailed information from Luce Cannon. It was a major part in this indictment. Straight up. Major. You know, it was major. Luce Cannon corroborated the extortions. Wack100 sent Dale to them people. Straight up. Wack100 sent Dale to them people. Hey, man, if you don't cooperate, bro, you gonna go down with the nigga. Go ahead, cooperate with him. It'll get him to leave you alone. The feds know Dale was moving a lot of weight. The feds know Dale was moving a lot of weight of weed. He moved a lot of bud, a whole bunch of it. The feds know. Wack know. Niggas was robbing Dale regularly. Niggas was giving Dale money to buy bud and then charging Dale extra money for Dale to sell it. That was ill. You hear me? They was giving Dale money to sell the bud and charging him for the profit. Yeah, all right, bring me back this. So Dale had to sell the bud with their money that he was giving them and give them back interest. Wack knew about all this shit. If you pay attention, Wack is in everybody's business. He's in everybody's business. All you gotta do is pay attention to it. Straight up. Smash that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button, man.
For sure, through and through. Them dudes is compromised. And everybody know this.
Trap
and everybody
money.
understand. Trap money. Everybody, bro. Everybody that's out right now did flipped on that boy already.
Hey, what's going on with Brick situation? Did these days get changed or something like that?
No, he his PSI, from me reading his report, his PSI report was wrong. So I think he put that back. His lawyer put that back for that type of situation.
Oh, okay.
But it's just a red flag because they put it back like almost at the same time. Them dudes gonna start trial, so dudes gonna speculate it's something like that. But it was in Brick motion that something was wrong in the PSI.
Hey, you think Brick got anything to do with that case? Because you say he don't, but like, do he?
No, man. But if you read the case and you read the documents, they saying Brick was being extorted.
Right, I heard.
Right. So I don't know if he has something to do with that case. I don't know. I know this though, that he sat down with them people when they let him out, and we don't know what he told them people. So we just don't know, and you just can't sit there and say he's said this and he said that because we really don't know what he said.
Right.
You know. But if he did say something, you can rest assured, if Big U go to trial, it's all gonna come out. Because one thing for sure,
Some of that shit is gonna be in a secret proceeding, so it might not never come out.
But one thing for sure, it's gonna come out, bro.
You gotta face his accusers.
Yeah, if they look, if the federal government need them dudes to help convict that brother, it's gonna come out. It's coming out, bro. But you guys got to understand, this day and age, man, don't nobody really care who telling, bro.
No, they don't.
They don't, man. They don't care about all that, man.
It's like niggas don't care who telling. Niggas do anything for money. So like you give me the vibes of like they'll fuck over their mama.
Right. They don't care about that telling stuff, man. That telling stuff, man. That stuff, that 80, 90 type concept, that been out the window. You know, I see dudes on the internet now saying that they ain't going to jail for nobody. They ain't doing 25 years for nobody. They gonna tell. You know. So my thing is like, if you can't handle what you getting into, just don't get into it. You know, so you won't have to sit there and tell on nobody.
Right.
So, but let's say after the fact that somebody did get themselves involved in something, so y'all saying that the telling is okay, or like is it?
No.
I didn't say
it's just you're just saying it's the reality of it. It's just the reality, right?
I didn't say that.
The reality of it is, bro, that people do not give a shit who's telling nowadays, bro. That's the reality. That's in 2025, 2026, bro. Don't nobody care about that stuff, bro.
Don't nobody care about who telling. Why would he, Wack, or 600 care about telling? Don't nobody care. That's what I told y'all. Man, all them niggas is willing to cooperate. Straight up. All of them, man. Wack100 has been cooperating for a while. He's able to keep his name out of the paperwork because he provides the details so the feds go investigate and get the information directly from the people. This is how he keeps his name out the paperwork. He provides detailed information. Straight up. Detailed information. And when the feds pull up on these people, they corroborate the information. Straight up.
I'm seeing videos of people getting assaulted and maimed for telling as well.
And but there are people out there that still care too, though. I get the point. I agree with the point you're making for the most part, though.
Entertainers,
it seems like they're on the internet.
They caked up. These entertainers, they caked up. They where they going? You know what I'm saying? But believe me, like,
if you have a bag, yeah.
It'd be some repercussions behind that for sure.
If you're not in the street, there's no reason for you to care. It almost feels like sometimes, especially in this sector, it's like an echo chamber, right? It's certain people keep trying to amplify this. There's nothing wrong with telling. Everybody's telling. It's like, and I'm not talking about the point Eddie Boy makes, but
it's a reality,
is a few people like that, you know, that got loud voices and shit that push this message. And I'm just wondering, like, is that reflective of everybody? You know what I'm saying? Is it just kind of an echo chamber, or is that really a sentiment that's across America like that?
It's starting to be like this. It's getting like that because you got even look at the cartel. The cartel tell on each other all day, every day. Right?
Make sure to go out on Sunday.
You have to understand, bro, that there's levels to that stuff, man. It depends on who you are.
The cartel, when they tell, something get done. Straight up. The cartel, when they tell, something get done. It don't happen to people over here, though. Nah. Very seldom. Not like that.
You know, if you got, say for instance, me and you catch a case and you got a bunch of bread and you get out on me and you go back to wherever we was going at, kicking at, but you got the sack and you got the bread and you put everybody down, they will overlook that.
No, that's a fact.
Right.
Politics. Yeah.
Right. So it just
That's always been like that.
right, always right. So that's just what it is. So, you know, and dudes are just very selective on they say who's telling or something like that. Now if you don't have those
because Eddie, we went over this shit.
yeah.
90% of the nigga Big U had around him, he knew had telling allegations already.
Right, exactly. You're
So-
right about that.
So they gonna do everything he say do because they feel like the only reason why they ain't being politicked on is because of him. But yet,
Yeah, he saved a lot of them dudes and they still turned on him. He made a safe passage for a lot of them brothers, man, and they still turned their back on him, bro.
They turned on him because they feel like they felt like he was gonna turn on them. Well, they already knew he was gonna turn on them.
Shit, I don't know about right now if he's gonna turn on them because he's the main focus. You know, because you
Turn on anybody.
Oh, if if he had the if he had the opportunity, he gonna get it. If he had the opportunity to save himself, reason and logic, he's gonna get out. Ain't no it's about that, bro. The man 59 years old, the man my age, so I know he's gonna try to save himself.
He thinking of anything he can think of right now.
hey, I ain't lying. You right when you say it like that. That nigga's 59. He can keep it all the way hood.
I don't. He's not gonna. If he get a way out, he's gonna take that way out, bro.
Big U don't have a way out. Big U don't have a way out. They made sure that they got it from both angles. Wack and from his homies. And from the people that he was extorting. Straight up. You know, it's a dirty game, man. It's a dirty game. And the feds playing games, you know, with Big U's legal mail, the way that they doing it, right? They covering their tracks. And I know some people don't understand that, right? When they moving Big U around, they acting like he losing shit. How Big U gonna prove that the feds took his notes? He can't prove that. Come on now. Big U is complaining that the feds took all his notes that he wrote down. How is he gonna prove that? It's his word against their word, and they got you extorting people on video and audio. You think that the system gonna believe what he gotta say? No. This is something people gotta understand. So they're able to play a dirty game with Big U. Yeah, it's a good thing that he documented it and he complained about it. You think that they care when you've been out here extorting people and you are accused of allegedly unaliving somebody that you were supposed to have embraced and lived with you? Man, this is a dirty game in life. They don't care at all. So they playing a dirty game with him. He's in their world now. They doing it funny. And they know how to do things. Whereas though, how you gonna prove this? Pay attention now. But this is what happens when you run the streets. Straight up. This is what happens when you run the streets and think your game is stronger than their game. when they the ones that create the rules in the game. So they know what they doing. You know, they gonna make sure that they sock it to him. Big U running in there with a PD, a court-appointed attorney. He don't even got a lawyer that's paid for. Ain't nobody helping him. He done extorted so many people. Don't nobody got his back. All the celebrities that he was cool with, he was running pressure. They not gonna help you. They hear your story, you extort more people. They ain't got nothing for you. Big U is gonna be caught up in his own mess. And I just gotta be real. He caught up in his own mess. His homie, Wack100, a nigga that he rocked with, hard body. Now you went to war with, right? Because he went to war with Wack. Now we ready beef. He didn't understand that Wack was going to play that game that way. He didn't understand that, right? And this is something that people got to understand. Everybody's not going to play that street war game with you. You got a lot of these niggas out here that's going to dial 911. They into the beef with you, and they grew up with you, and they know you serious about this. I'm going to go about it this way. This is what Wack going to do. Big U didn't understand that until it was too late. He didn't understand that, and he was living foul. If Big U would have changed his ways of living, which Wack100 knew, that's the only way he knows. So of course he knew he had Big U. He ain't gonna change his way of living. That's all he know is extorting people. I got him. I'm gonna get him out of here. I can't touch this nigga because I'm not really a gangster. I'm a flunky. That's Wack100 talking to himself. I can't do nothing to Big U because he's a flunky. So I gotta get him out of here this way. All that gangster pre-hype shit, Wack ain't on that with niggas that's on that. He does that to people that are intimidated. He not on that with no nigga that's on that. A nigga that's on that gonna run up on you and give you that word. Wack ain't getting down with no shit like that. Come on now. I better pay attention.
You know that, Wack know that, and I know that.
Let me tell you the coldest trick bag they got him in. They ain't added the murder to the LA.
No, they gonna wear him out with this Fed shit.
They didn't
Gonna drag into Las Vegas.
Yeah, they gonna let him get done with this out here. And the federal, they gonna pull him to Vegas.
Listen to Wack. Listen to Wack.
No, that's the state. They're gonna charge him with a federal murder. That just ain't no statute of limitations to the murder.
It's the murder.
So they don't have to charge him.
State though.
They saying he crossed state lines.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's federal. That's why when I was in court, they said they was going to introduce the murder book in the trial anyway.
They gonna wait till he's done with LA, and then they gonna pull him over there to Nevada, to the federal building.
Listen to Wack.
I know that because they already then told Marty Marr's attorney he will be subpoenaed for the federal murder trial.
You hear Wack, right? I know that. Because they told Marley Marr's attorney he gonna be subpoenaed for the federal murder trial. Wack is the police, man. That bull there, boy. Yeah, he know how to get them boys, man. Yeah, he know how to get them. Always remember this. Your friends and the people you surround yourself around and the cell phone will get you indicted.